We're back. And am I wearing the same outfit as yesterday? Yes! Yes, I am, dude. But that is, well, check out the episode on standardization to see why I'd be doing that. Why I would do such a thing. And get used to this outfit, because you might see it more often than you might have expected. Today's episode and reflection is on clarity. And really, taking a step up, it's on what is philosophy. Philosophy, philosophia, from the Greek, the two Greek words that mean love of wisdom. The philosophy and the term philosophy has become, as we've noted in previous episodes, the term has come to essentially, for many of us, mean some academic, irrelevant topic of discussion that has no bearing on our practical lives. Or it means, in some visual sense, someone thinking a lot on their own, away from society. That is not what philosophy is. That's not what wisdom is. My favorite definition of the intellect, that inner equipment that we are called to cultivate and develop within the philosophy of Vedanta, is the capacity to see the end in the beginning. We have two inner equipments, a mind and an intellect. That's one of the central contributions of Vedantic philosophy. You have two inner equipments, the mind and the intellect. And the intellect is that capacity to see the end in the beginning. Aristotle famously said, the most important thing we do is cultivate our character each day. But how many of us dedicate an hour a day to what he felt was the most important thing we do? 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes a week to deliberately sit down, reflect, and cultivate our character. The thing that will set a path for you and your life, for your children, for your community. The thing that is responsible directly or indirectly for you achieving your goals, you contributing to those around you. And that rhetorical question is, do you carve out even a few minutes a week, and ideally a few per day, for something as important as cultivating your character? Within the Vedantic lens, that would be cultivating and developing your intellect. And the point of the development of one's intellect, that higher, subtler equipment that is the adult in the room, with the mind that is bouncing back and forth between preferences, likes, dislikes, how things could go wrong, how painful it would be if it didn't get that job, or if that person didn't like me back. That's the mind. The intellect is the adult in the room to help guide that powerful equipment that is the mind. And the intellect at its core is the capacity to see the end in the beginning. Its full development is clarity, perspective, the ability to see. It's vision. And when it comes to what is philosophy, philosophy is not highfalutin language that might impress someone over cocktail conversation. It is, and was always meant to be, by those same philosophers that you might remember or have been intimidated in 8th grade or high school and trying to understand. The ones that were really worth their salt, they cared about clarity and practical applications of philosophy. They did not care about the modern friend that you might have that loves philosophy but really just loves memorizing historical figures and vague concepts. The really deep philosophers throughout history, they cared about cultivating clarity, how to view the world around us. So the reflection for today is trying to reorient our thinking around philosophy from being this thing that is seen as irrelevant in our day-to-day lives, and using this daily reflection as another reinforcement, because we have mentioned this before, but it's something that, especially early on in the daily Vedantic, is really worth underscoring, is really worth reinforcing. And that is this reorientation from philosophy being this big multisyllabic word that engenders these irrelevant visuals or connotations and brings it down to one word of paramount relevance to where you are listening to this right now, or what you're going to go through in the next hour or the next lifetime. And that is clarity. Philosophy is clarity. Wisdom, the intellect, study, reflection, transformation, perspective. All of these come back to clarity. That's what philosophy is. Cultivating clarity in our lives. That's today's reflection on the Daily Vedantic. We'll see you next time.